So, yes, I'm aware of Slaves of the Republic and where this comes from. I've never actually read that comic, though. Never actually gone through that. I mean, it's Dark Horse, and so it's probably got some quality. I just never got around to it. Um, what I find most interesting is that this is actually a pretty engaging storyline by memory. Now, this first episode did catch my attention a couple of times with some intelligent storytelling. First of all, of course, Anakin would be so anti-slavery, to the point that he would even lose his Jedi control more than he normally does. In fact, I was actually astonished he did not kill, I can't remember his name, Slaver Dude, in this episode in a fit of anger, and then was like, whoa, let's pull that back a little bit. Because it would make sense if he would do that. Even Ahsoka seemed a little bit taken aback by how strongly he felt about all these events. The second thing that got my interest was the whole idea of the Zygerian slaver empire. The fact that that kind of an empire existed and was completely tolerated by the Republic. I know this isn't really the recent Republic, but you get the point. This is still a Republic thing, and the Republic were totally cool with it. Now, obviously, the point is the Republic is corrupt and evil. I shouldn't say evil, that's really wrong. The point is the Republic is corrupt and ineffectual. But that's the point. This is a great way to demonstrate that there was an entire organization that called itself a slave empire, or a slaver empire, excuse me, and regularly, repeatedly sold slaves on a large scale and was just totally down with that. It took until the Jedi intervened to finally bring that down, which is also a tale I would like to know more about, consequently, and I'm pretty sure they actually covered that somewhere in the EU, but I'm not sure, so let's just move on. Next point, of course, I love how Obi-Wan and Anakin's plan is very smart. Now, the only thing I didn't like is they actually have this thing where Obi-Wan has a line, I wrote it down, certainly took him long enough this time. I brought that out because that kind of hurt it a little bit, made it a little bit too obvious, but I'm still with it. It made it clear that Obi-Wan and Anakin are a good team, which is something I do think is a thing that should be reiterated and reinforced every now and again. In fact, I had this thought of, I wonder how much of this is Obi-Wan just not trying in the fight. Like basically just you have to endure, but let the other guy just beat up on him in a while so the fight lasts longer. And it made it pretty clear about halfway through that Obi-Wan basically wasn't trying at all, because the moment he had to actually do anything, like take out that comm unit, he did so like that, because this is Obi-freaking-Wan here. Now, I also have to say just really, really quick, they have created a society without weapons. Wow, that sounds like a great ideal that is totally unlikely. That's all I'm going to say about that. Like, I'm not going to get into the whole pacifist idealism thing. Star Wars in general has covered that more times than I'd like to admit. And basically, it's always portrayed as the same way. It's a great thing, and works right up until someone shows up and decides to change it. Like happens here, with the Separatists showing up and saying, hey, guess what? You're all now slaves. Have fun. Anyways. So, one quiet complaint. I wish that Anakin had, like, Anakin goes and finds one of the bombs and just kind of slices it, and it goes down. And Ahsoka says, how did you know? He's like, oh, I guessed. I would have liked it a little bit more if he looked at it, and you just see his eyes kind of going back and forth a little bit, and then he does like a precise cut, and she's like, what'd you do? Oh, I cut out this wire and this wire. Because we know Anakin's good with technology, and we know he's really good with the Force. It could even just, it doesn't even have to be that demonstrative, just some kind of, him having that kind of instinctual knack for technology. I would kind of be with that. I guess that's actually all I have to talk about. Society without weapons, anti-slavery, Obi-Wan fighting badly. Yeah, that's all I got. It's weird. I've been talking for like 9 minutes for so many of these. I'm just weird to only be talking for 4. Hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you next time, guys.